guys. So, and we're gonna build a parametric construction joint in in Revit. So I thought, yeah, it would be interesting, like to create a phase-based construction joint inside the Revit. So essentially, we're gonna model everything inside a single family template. The only thing we're gonna nest is our bolts. And because the reason why I'm nesting bolts is I want to apply a parameter that multiplies the number of bolts when the expansion joint length increases or decreases. So yeah, that's it. So the basis of this tutorial is just to show you how to add intelligent parameters that essentially increases and also decreases the number of bolts as the length of the family expands or um, decreases. Okay, so without further ado, I think we can start. So just to reduce the time, I'm going to use the previous bolt families that we have generated on the previous tutorials. So what we're gonna do in this instance is we're gonna choose a metric generic model. Yeah, let's go with metric generic model and say open. So the first thing is I'm just gonna go to insert and then load family, and I'm just gonna leave the link in the description so that you guys can download the family that we have created that contains the bolt family that we have generated. Or if you are under my Patreon, you can actually get it from there. So the first thing I'm going to establish in this instance is my reference planes. So I'm going to place two, one on each side. So let's add a dimension. Let's make this equal. So this is going to be our expansion length. I'm going to say okay. So let's make it 1200. Okay, so I'm going to add other ones across like this. So these ones I'm not going to add a parameter. I'm just going to populate my dimensions. So it's going to be 50 on each side. And then I'm going to go to my left elevation and model everything as one. So in this instance, this is okay. What I can do first is I'm gonna go back to my reference level. I'm gonna add another reference plane. So this side, so I'm gonna add two of them. So let's offset this by 50, and then let's offset this one also by 50. Okay, so I'm gonna place my bolts in this instance. So I'm gonna place one on this side and then another one on this side. And then let's lock them against the reference planes. Okay, so let's actually increase the offset of this. I'm gonna make it 100 instead. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my left elevation. So these bolts are very much big. Everything is just based on my assumption. So I'm just gonna increase this and make this 100 this side and also 100 this side. Okay, so let's move it towards that point, and then let's move this one towards this point. So I'm just gonna bring them down from this point and then to that point. Okay, so the next thing is I'm just gonna model my stiffeners, my steel stiffener. So let's just go to model extrusion. I'm gonna place one like this. So I'm gonna start from this point, take it to the left by, let's say, 70 millimeters, and then up by 30 millimeters, and then to the top, to the right by 50, and then the thickness I'm gonna make it 10 millimeters. So let's say offset 10, place it like 10, 10, 10, and then I'm just gonna expand this down. So by perhaps 100. Let's join this one. So I'm gonna move this one further by 80 and then just join it like this. Okay, so let's select this. I'm gonna mirror it to the other side, and then the material, I'm just gonna say metal in this instance. Um, so let's load this metal, apply, and then okay. So, okay, after this, I'm gonna say finish, go to the reference level. I'm gonna drag it towards that reference plane, lock it, and then drag it towards this reference plane, and then lock it. So back to the left elevation, I'm gonna model area stiffeners, create extrusion. So the other ones I'm gonna set on from this point. So let's just place a random line, and I'm gonna offset it from, let's offset it from this end by, okay, it's fine at 10. And then it's gonna go down by so it's gonna be 10 millimeters. So I'm gonna take it to the right by 40 mils, and then it's gonna be 10. And then let's mirror it towards the other side. Finish, go to the reference level. I'm gonna drag it towards that point, lock it, drag it towards this point, and then lock it. Go to the left. I'm gonna place the other one, extrusion, on that point by 10, and then to the left by 50 mils, and then let's mirror it towards the other side. Finish, let's drag it towards that reference plane, lock it, and then let's drag it towards that reference plane, lock it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the next stiffener. So I'm gonna place one line this side. So this line we can offset it by, let's say 80. No, 80 is too much. Let's say 70. Okay, so I'm gonna mirror it to the other side and then join it like this. So let's make sure it's 10. So yeah, it's 10 millimeters. I'm gonna say finish, go to the reference level. I'm gonna drag it towards this side, lock it, drag it towards that side, and then lock it. Go back to the left elevation, and I'm gonna place the other ones. So extrusion, the final ones are gonna be set right there. And then let's take it to the right by, let's say 50 mils. It's gonna be 10. And then let's push it further to the right by 70 mils. And then let's select it and then mirror it towards the other side. Finish, go to the reference level, let's drag it towards that point, lock it, let's drag it towards that point, and then lock it. So I'm gonna select all these ones just to apply the material. Oh, it's, all of them are metal, it's fine. Okay, so the next thing is, so if I go to 3D view, let's see how it looks. So yeah, this is essentially how it looks so far. And the only thing left to do is to model our sort of like our rubber that is stuck in the middle, like this, that expands the expansion joint under pressure. So we can do that by using the extrusion again. So I'm gonna start from this side. So let's offset this side by 15 mils, it's fine. I'm gonna take it up by 10 millimeters, and then to the right by 20 millimeters, and then I'm gonna use start and radius arc, place it at an angle of, so by the way, this is based on my assumption, like I said, so at an angle of 20 mils at 101.1, and then place it like this, the radius of let's say 150, and then I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna set my offset at 5 mils. Actually, 5 mils is too much. Let's do 3. So I'm gonna say fillet arc. Let's set this to 2. Let's set this, actually, let's make it 3, and then this one is 3. So I'm gonna close it down, and then fillet arc again. At this point, let's make this one 5 actually. Let's make this one also 5. Okay, so I'm gonna mirror this towards the other side, and yeah, I think it's fine like that. And what we can do is, okay, so I think this one, what we can do, let's just remove these ones. So I'm gonna paste this one like that. Let's mirror it towards the other side. And then I'm gonna paste the other one like this. So let's say at an angle of 20 degrees, and then just place it like that. So I think the radius of this, we can set it at 190, and then let's mirror it towards it because I want it to be much more thick in this point. Okay, so you can say finish, and then I'm gonna feed it another material. So I'm gonna make this one raw black, apply, and then okay. So if I select this, I'm gonna go to the reference level. Let's drag it towards that reference plane, and then that reference plane, and then yeah, this is basically how it looks. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is to add more parameters. So let me just bring this down. So let's test this. So if I change it to 1.5, it's gonna change like that. Perfect. So I'm gonna reduce it back to 1.2. So what I'm gonna do is, let's just extend these reference planes. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go to my bolts, select the 2 of them, press AR for array, and then make sure you set it to second. It's fine. I'm gonna select it and then place it right there, and I'm gonna select this, make sure it's set to append to last, and say add parameter. And then what you're gonna do in this instance, you're gonna say bolt count. Again, you're gonna say okay. All right, so after this, you're gonna go to your properties. So after you open up your properties, we're gonna go to, let's add another parameter. So this one, I'm gonna name it bolt spacing, and say okay. Go back to my properties, and then we have bolt count, expansion length, bolt spacing. So under bolt count, we're gonna add a conditional statement or a formula. So we're gonna say round up, and then open bracket, we're gonna say expansion length divided by bolt spacing, close bracket, and then plus 1. So it's going to add 13 of them, and then you're going to say okay, and then it's going to do this. So what I'm going to do in this instance, I'm going to go to back to my properties. I'm going to omit +1 and press, so that it can be constrained inside there. So let's test this. Let's test test this out. So I'm going to open up a new project using the construction template, and then go back to my family, and then let's load it into our project. So I'm going to place it right there. So I'm going to set this to wireframe. So if I select this and then go back to my properties, I'm going to change the expansion length to, let's say, 2.5, and then apply, and then okay. Okay, so let's see what it does. Okay, so this is what it does. It's expanding that way, it makes sense because it's essentially line based, so it's moving that way instead of both directions. So let's see if I can fix that. So I'm gonna go back to my family. Okay, so what we can do in this instance, I'm gonna remove everything. I'm gonna remove let's deselect one. I'm gonna ungroup them and then delete my bolts. So let's remove this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move these two right in the middle. Okay, so let's see, it's 50 that side, 50 that side. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mirror this towards the other side, and then let's ungroup them. So I'm gonna start all over again. Let's apply the spacing this side. Let's apply the spacing that side. I'm gonna feed it the bolt spacing. Let's just change this to 1:5, the scale. Okay, so I'm gonna select these two, press AR or array, or you can go with this option, and then you're gonna array towards that. Select this and then feed it the bolt count. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing this side. Let's array it. We're gonna array this side. Let's feed it the. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, because it's accounting the entire length of this, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our formula, and then the expansion length, we have to divide it by 2. I'm not sure if this, okay, yeah, divided by 2, and then it's gonna work like this. So let's load it into our project and then override it. So now I'm gonna test it again. Edit type, let's change this to 2.5, apply, and then okay. And now it's working perfectly fine, but it's adding it's adding an additional one. So let's go back to our family. Okay, it's somehow adding an additional one, so I'm just gonna say -1 and say apply, and then okay, and then I'm gonna load it back into the project and then override it. Okay, so let's test it again. Let's change this to 2.5. I'm gonna say okay, and then it's gonna move like this. Okay, so yeah, that is it, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will leave the link in the description for where you can get the bolt family, but otherwise you can produce your own according to your specs. For best practice, I suggest you guys to search for manufacturing companies that produce like expansion joints, and then try to replicate that and then do it on your own by following this tutorial. I think that's the best practice. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. If you want more interesting projects, just join my channel membership. If you want these project files, you can join my Patreon. And for freelance work, you can reach out to us on our website and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay, see you on the next one. Peace.